Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Denise would like to introduce you to the gem that is Derick Burgess. Hi, he said. Good afternoon. What a beautiful day to say hello to a beautiful lady. Hello. How are you doing? I'm fine, thanks. I'm glad to meet you here. I'm Derick by name and I hope you don't mind us being friends. I'm sure that's fine. All right, thanks. I'm originally from Washington, D.C., but I live on Avon Park, Florida. But I'm currently here at work in Beaufort Sea, here in Ontario, Canada. And before all my Canadian viewers start screaming at the screen, here's a map. Ontario is in southeast Canada. To the north, it borders Hudson Bay. The Beaufort Sea is hundreds of miles away, to the northwest. Off the coast of Nunavut, the Northwest Territories, Yukon and Alaska. Where are you from? I live in Guildford in England. Did they move Ontario or move the Beaufort Sea? I'm currently here in Beaufort Sea, 400 nautical miles into the seas of Canada. So they moved Ontario. OK. Can I get to know you more? What do you think? Sounds like fun. All right. I'm 6.0. What's your height? I assumed we were talking in feet, not metres, and so Denise answered 5.2. Sounds lovely, he said. Oh, it is. What's your full name? Mine is Derick Burgess. Didn't you have the courtesy to look before sending me a friend request? Meaning? I think it was self-explanatory. What's that supposed to mean? Really? It means, did you not read my name? Yes, really. So sorry if that my question upsets you. I told you mine too, remember? Yes, I'm not so old that I forgot, but I can see your name right here at the top of the page. It's OK, dear, no worries. It's fun writing you, dear. Oh, yes, it is. Real distance, though. I had friends from different places. Do you mind the distance? I didn't know it made a difference. Does it take longer for messages on Facebook to reach you? No, dear. Why'd you ask? What else did you ask about the distance? You make me smile over here. You're really fun to be with. Oh, you have no idea, pal. Oh, yes, I'm a laugh a minute, especially if it's a short. They're all 1 minute or less. That, of course, went straight over our man's head, doesn't it always? It's a pleasure meeting with you here. Thank you. What's your religion? I'm a follower of the Order of the Great Plains Bison. We meet on the 5th Friday of every second month. That's nice. What's your favourite hobbies? Underwater yogic chairlifting and international stitch counting. Yes, I will think of some new ones for 2025. What are yours? Oh, and you never told me your religion. I'm a Catholic. Sounds cool. I love swimming. I do love to swim and golf. Do you swim in the Beaufort Sea? Is it warm there? I swim when I'm at home with my son, Chris. I'm here in Canada for work. I will make a little video for you here to see for yourself. Give me a minute. OK. Just for your eyes only, he added underneath. Looks very cold and windy. Yeah, you can say that again. Adding randomly, we don't make use of mobile phones out here. Random statement, said Denise. What kind of boat are you on? How do you mean? I'm in a rig here. Oh, OK. Silly me, said Denise, because if you weren't able to watch that video, he was very clearly on a boat. He showed you the prow of the ship. You don't know what a rig is? Yeah, I know what a rig is. I'm here with a colleague of mine. Just two of you on an oil rig. Hello, well, no, of course. We're both in a same station. Hold on. I don't know what that means. I'll send a picture shortly. Could you explain, please? Yeah, I will. Just hold on. I need to take a picture. OK, And so he sent a picture of two men, clearly on an oil rig this time. "Ugly me," he added underneath. "Please, it's just for your eyes only." "What did you use to take that photo?" asked Denise, because it was clearly a selfie. "My mobile phone." "Why'd you ask?" "The phone you don't use." "I guess you don't understand me." You know, that famous line of all scammers who're talking nonsense. "No, I guess I don't. It was that random statement you made," she said, pasting where he'd said we don't make use of mobile phones out here. "I brought my phone out here so I can always email my son Chris and check on him from time to time. If you say so. Any more random statements you want to make and then contradict yourself? Oh, if only you hadn't asked, Denise." "The HR department here can only detect a video calling signal, not a phone text or call." Visions of all those sleuths in the HR department with their headphones on. "That's too technical for me," said Denise. "You're fun to be with," he said again. "Can I see a picture of you? Hope you don't mind. I think my grandson put my photo on here." "Oh, I see. Send one over to me. Or probably send me a picture of you, taken now if you can. If you give me your address, I'll post one to you." "All right," he said, giving her his email address. "That's my email." "No, your address, where you live. I have one of those digital cameras. My grandson prints my photos for me. I'm not at home now, like I said." "Don't they fly post to your rig?" "Oh, can you imagine why they don't? So I guess I have to wait until you send one here. Or better still, wait until I return." And in reply to her saying, "Don't they fly post to your rig?" he said, "No, it's against the company rules here." "Then I guess you'll have to wait till you go home." "Smile. Why can't you just send me a picture of you now? You can take a selfie." "I already told you. I have one of those digital cameras. My grandson prints my photos for me." "Oh, okay. So are you happily married with kids?" "I'm a widow with 2 children and 4 grandchildren." "Oh, I see. I'm a single father. Guess what? I lost my wife a few years ago due to child delivery when she was about giving birth to our second child. I have my son, Chris. Hold on, I will send a picture of him shortly." "Okay." And he sent a photograph of a man and a young boy, adding underneath, "Here's a picture of myself and my son, Chris. He looks like a lovely young man. Yeah, I miss him when I'm always at work. This is why I always email to him. Always. How long have you been in the Beaufort Sea?" "I promised his mum on her dying bed that I was going to do everything within my power to give him the best in life. My son, Chris, is in a bordering, bordering, is in a bordering school, back in the state." "A bordering school, fancy that. Half in Florida and half in Georgia." Our man hearted that. Then he sent her a phone number. "Here's my WhatsApp number." And then he sent his email address again. "Here also is my email. Hope you don't mind sharing with me also, because I would always love to keep in touch with you." So Denise gave him her email address. "Can I have your WhatsApp number also?" "I don't know what that is." "Oh, okay. There's this app I use most times to communicate with my son, Chris." Remember the one he just said he emails. "He got me there, and it's really cool for chatting." "I don't know what you mean." "It's called Zangy Private Messenger." "Zangy Private Messenger. I'll ask my grandson when he comes on Saturday." He sent a screenshot of the Zangy icon. "There's no need for that. I'll teach you how to do it. It's an application, dear." "I don't know what you mean." "Download and install it on your phone." "I don't have a mobile phone." "So what are you texting me on?" "I'm using an iPad. My grandson set it up for me." "Oh, okay. Send me your mobile number then." Which bit of "I don't have a mobile phone" didn't you understand? "All right. I initially asked for your WhatsApp number before I asked you for your name. My apologies. How old are you?" "I'm 75. How old are you?" 67. "What was your job? Because I know you must be retired by now." "I was an accountant. Ran my own business with my late husband. We did accounts for individuals and small businesses." "Oh, I see. Sounds cool. Who runs the business for you now?" "We closed it when we retired." "Oh, I see. So do you live in your own house or in a rented apartments?" Another random question. "Are those the only 2 options?" "Oh dear, you disappeared." "I'm only trying to know you more better. It just seemed like a random selection of options." "You're free to ask me whatever question." So Denise did. Do you live in a rented house or your own apartment? I guess you don't understand. Or you don't, since you haven't answered. So you live in your own house? Yes, so you live in a rented house? I own a hoist 6. What's a hoist 6? I have a nanny that looks after it too. I own a house. Why does a nanny look after a house? Does it need to be told when to put itself to bed and when to wake itself up? She's from the Philippines. Our make is Deborah. What? So sorry, meant her name is Deborah. She looks after the house and takes care of my son Chris when he's back on holidays from school. OK, how long have you been in the boat at sea? Ladies and gentlemen, you might like to find yourself a comfy seat. I just came back here last week. Oh, so you haven't been there long? I'll be home for Christmas, but my contract ends 25th of January next year. 3 weeks, he said, in reply to her saying so you haven't been there long. Are you sure? How do you mean? So Denise copied the bit where he'd said, I just came back here last week. I just came back here last week. I've been working here since the past 3 weeks. Do you know the difference between last week and 3 weeks ago? I was awarded this contract, and I've been working on this project for the past 3 weeks. I guess you don't get it. You still don't understand, right? So Denise copied the bit where she'd said, so you haven't been there long, and he said 3 weeks, and the bit where he said, I just came back here last week. One's true, one isn't. I need you to understand the difference. No, it's you that doesn't understand. Don't try to blame me because you typed 2 different things. I guess I have to explain it clearly. Denise recopied 3 weeks and I just came back here last week. One is true, one isn't. Which is true? And don't try and make any more silly excuses or blame me because you've told me 2 different things. The company awarded me this contract and stayed here for 3 weeks before going back to the States for my 2 weeks off. That isn't an answer. Try again. I just got back last week since my off. One is true, one isn't. So you've not been there for 3 weeks. That was the untrue one. You've been there since last week. That was the true one. Really? You tell me. One's true, one isn't. Which is which? I can't believe you using my own words against me. I can't believe you can't tell me the real answer to a simple question. One's true, one isn't. Just tell me which is which, or I won't believe anything you tell me. So she screenshotted and underlined, how long have you been in the boat at sea? I just came back here last week. Oh, so you haven't been there long. 3 weeks. Final chance. Final chance. One's true, one isn't. If you won't answer, I'll assume the whole thing is just a big fat lie. Our man went off for one of those scammer obsessions. I'm here now. I had to use the toilet. And work out your answer. Final chance. I've been here since last week. So 3 weeks was the untrue one at last. I just thought of it right now, said our man. Oh yes, light bulb moment. I've just worked out how long I should have been here. I work for 3 weeks before my breaks. Stop digging yourself into a hole and pretending that you didn't lie. I've been here since last week after my breaks. All right? Right. So we agree that 3 weeks was not true. And if you say it was, you're blocked for lying, so think carefully, she said, reproducing the screenshot with both different things on it. Lying about what exactly? I'm assuming you can read what you said. Yeah, I did. And in reply to him saying, lying about what exactly, she said that you've been there for 3 weeks when you haven't. And if you make one more excuse or lie once more, you're blocked. Read that carefully before you answer. I've been here for 3 weeks before I had my breaks and came back here since last week. She pasted the screenshot again. That's it. That was another excuse. Goodbye. Oh! She reproduced the screenshot again. Now I understand. Read what you said. Yeah, I can see. So you lied. No. And now you're trying to pretend you didn't and making silly excuses. Yes. Read what you said. Yeah, I'm reading it. One was true, one wasn't. I didn't place my words correctly. Stop making excuses. I'm not, dear. Yes, one was true, one wasn't. I've seen my mistake. Yes, you're correct. Awesome. So we agree that one was true and one wasn't. Yeah, I hope that isn't an example of your usual behaviour. How do you mean? Exactly what I said. I hope going on and on and on and on and on, making excuse after excuse after excuse, isn't your usual behaviour when you make a mistake. How many times did I have to ask? Please count them and let me know. And don't try and change the subject. My bad. I apologise. Denise repeated herself. Are you able to read? 7 times. Awesome. I'm sincerely sorry. I hope so. Please find it in your heart to forgive me. I guess I was supposed to check properly. I'll try, if you don't do it again. Yes, I guess you were. I promise to always check properly and always listen to you while you're correcting. I thought you were using my own words against me. This is the reason I didn't answer you. So you decided not to read what I said, or what you said, and ignore me. I'm a good student. Here we go again. I'm sorry. I have lots of questions to ask you. So you keep saying, she said in reply to him saying he was sorry. Don't make him more pathetic excuses. I'm sure you do. How many siblings do you have? I had a brother, but he died 10 years ago. Let me guess, you're the only child of your parents. No, I do have a brother. His name is John and he lives in Australia. We had issues over the years and he stopped communicating with me. That's sad. I've tried every means to settle but got declined. Maybe you need to leave it for a while. I've sent several emails to him, but he didn't reply to them, except for one last September. He said I should move on with my life and forget I ever had a brother. Then you should do that, and maybe try again in 5 years. Yeah, that's no joke, hun. Why was that funny? If you keep harassing him, you'll make things worse. Leave it and try again in a few years' time. It seems like you do think it's funny telling me to try in 5 years' time. I thought about it too, thanks. I really do appreciate I feel connected to you, dear. What? Said Denise in reply to him, saying, It seems like you do think it's funny telling me to try in 5 years' time. I'm sorry. Again. I thought you were making mockery of me. Again. Did you just not bother to read? I can see why your brother doesn't want anything to do with you. He's fed up with you ignoring everything he says, and then accusing him of making a mockery of you. Wise man. Hold on. I will share a picture of us together. I think I still have one here in my gallery, said our man, frantically scrolling through his collection of stolen photos. Here's a picture of myself and my brother John. What's your favourite colour? Greenish gracious. What's yours? Blue. I have always loved blue. I'm so pleased you told me that. Do you like to go out? I never leave the house except to go into town, visit my family, see my friends. Oh, I see. As for me, I haven't gone out too much after my wife passed away, because going out alone seems not enjoyable to me, so the few times that I go out must be with my son, Chris. He sent a good night gif, by which time it was about 5 o'clock in the morning in the UK. Good morning. He sent a good morning gif and a link to a song on YouTube. How sweet. I want you to listen to this beautiful and amazing song, especially for you, dear. Hope you had a wonderful night rest, dear. Oh yes, it was totally amazing. That's nice to know. So tell me, dear, what are your plans for today? I've just finished cleaning the bathroom. Soon I'll make some lunch. Then I'm going to walk up the road to see my friend Barbara. We might go out for a drive somewhere. Then I'll come home and cook dinner. I might do some knitting and watch TV. Then I'll have a shower and go to bed. What are your plans for today? Oh, I see. Sounds interesting. Well, I'll be working today. I expect a full description, please, like I've given you. Oh, if only you hadn't asked, Denise. I will send an email to my son when I'm done with work for the day. I'd like a proper description of the work you'll be doing, please. Oh, OK, if you say so. And if you're looking at the screen, you'll see he edited the next message, so it finished up with a little gif of a flower. But he actually said he'd send a video. No, said Denise, you can just tell me what you'll be doing, please. Videos tell me nothing. All I'll see in a video is someone doing something. I'd like you to explain what you'll be doing, please. Where are you, he said, and called her. And I admit, at the beginning, I got very ratty with him, and I think you'll see why. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're sitting comfortably. Hello, you going to talk to me this time? You're not.
Can you hear me?
Are you going to talk to me?
Hello? Yeah, I want to talk to you. This is Derick speaking.
Yeah, I know who it is.
Yeah, oh my God. You have a very beautiful voice.
That's very kind of you. So you're going to tell me what you...
How have you been?
Are you going
Yeah, I want to tell you.
Go on then.
But first of all, before I explain everything to you, I just want to be sure that you're not making a fool of me because yesterday I met you, we've been talking, and you be asking weird questions, and it all like seems like you don't trust me or believe what I say to you.
What on earth
I'm
are you
being sincere and
What?
being
What?
open.
Shut up. What on earth are you talking about?
I'm saying I'm being open-minded and being sincere
No, you're
talking to you,
not.
but
No, that's not
it
at all
seems
what
like
you were saying. You said something about yesterday. What did I say to you yesterday? Go on, I'm scrolling back through the conversation
listen,
now.
Arnie, can you just listen to me?
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Can you just listen to me?
I'm listening to you.
Honestly, I'm pleased to meet with you.
That's not what you were saying.
Honestly, listen to me. I'm trying to explain. Yesterday, you called me a liar because I made some mistakes on my text chatting with you, and you sent it to me in a harshful way. I saw that you have anger issues with, and I don't really know what to say, but I did my possible best to stay calm. Okay, I've
No,
never done that before. I'm
no,
just trying to.
shut up. No, okay. How many times did I ask you?
Seven times.
Shut up.
Listen to me,
Shut
okay?
up.
Seven.
Shut up. How many times did I ask
Are you?
you?
Oh my!
Up.
Really, really,
Shut
really.
up.
Listen to me.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. How many?
Enough, okay?
Shut
Please enough,
up.
okay?
Shut up. I'm trying to ask you a question. Listen to a lady. Listen to a lady when she's trying to ask you.
Okay.
Shut up when she's trying to ask you a question. How many times did I have to ask you which was true and which wasn't? You told me you'd been there since last week, and you told me you'd been there. Shut up. And you told me you'd been there for 3 weeks. How many times did I have to ask you which was true and which wasn't? You can answer that.
7 times. Yeah, 7 times. Yeah, 7 times.
Exactly. And you're going on about me about accusing you of lying when I had to ask you 7 times. 7 times. Who was lying? I had to ask you.
I'm so sorry, okay?
Yes, exactly. Well, so am I. So do you want to start this conversation again like a proper gentleman?
Okay, please. I want no. Is it not okay? I want no issues with you, okay? I'm just being sincere, and
no,
I
you're not being sincere. Stop telling me you're being sincere. You're being anything but sincere, and start this conversation again like a proper gentleman, please.
I'm sorry, okay?
Yes.
I guess I guess I didn't place my words correctly yesterday when I was talking with you. Okay.
No,
I'm really sorry.
I guess you didn't. And starting this conversation by trying to blame me tells me that you're not sorry, and that you're not sincere.
No, that was not what. Listen to me, okay? I sent you a text this morning. I sent you a song. That was because I care about you. Okay. Yeah, well, I was thinking about.
Shut up. Try and sound like you care then, instead of calling me to start accusing me of all sorts of things. That doesn't sound like you're caring.
That was not what I meant, okay?
Well, it's what
I meant to ask you what was the plan for today. I asked you a question. What was the plan for today? And you sent me a text of you being going to see a friend of yours, Barbara, and going for a ride later with her. And I told you I will be at work for the whole of the day, and I will send an email to my son. That will be the only thing I'll be doing today. And you were emphasizing on me telling you exactly what I'll be doing today. You understand me?
Yes, I understand.
I'm working in the room.
I told you.
I'm working in the room. They're just
shut up. Shut up. I told you everything I'm going to be doing today. I'd like a detailed explanation of what you're going to be doing at work, please.
Work, babe. Just work, honey. Just work. I'll be working. I'll be working on some machines somewhere. trying to draw some.
Just work is not a
No,
description. It's just work is where you're
we'll
going
be
to be.
going. We'll be
Shut
going.
up,
We'll be
shut
going.
up, shut up. I would like a proper description of what you're going to be doing at work, please.
Well, I now understand what you mean. If you want a proper description, that's fine. I'll be going undersea today with some few colleagues of mine. Four of us will be going downwards today and to drink some oil from the soil. That's it.
What do you mean by you'll be going under the sea? What does that mean?
I will be going underwaters. I will be going underwaters
Yeah,
today.
what does that mean?
What that's supposed to mean? I just said, I told you about my niche. I told you about the nature of my job. I told you I'm an engineer.
What does
I
I will be going underwater mean? Will you be diving? Will you be swimming? Will you be going in a submarine? Will you be using a diving bell? Will you be going to the bottom deck of a ship? What does I will going underwater mean?
You know what?
Yeah, you don't know
I'm
what
so
you're
glad.
talking about. That's what.
I'm so glad you asked. Okay, because the company over the States runs some pictures once we are done for the whole of the day.
No, I don't want pictures. I want you to answer the question, please.
I just said I'm on my suitcase right now. I'm a submarine suitcase right now, and we'll be going diving underwater with our suitcase on here.
With
and
your
the company
what?
has required.
Sorry, with your what? You're diving underwater with your what?
My submarine.
You're going in a submarine, right? Why do I have to ask you every question so many times?
I'm so sorry, okay? I guess, only listen to me, okay? Ever since I lost my late wife, I've never been this close to any other woman. And I think it's been years, and that is why it's been difficult to understand you clearly. I'm so sorry. Please, you have to bear with me. You have to tolerate me for some time until I can be able to balance well and talk to you very well, okay? I'm sorry. You just have to tolerate me.
So you like this? Shut up. Shut up. You like this at work, are you? Your boss has to ask you everything 3 or 4 times before you give him a proper answer. How does anyone employ you?
Are you being serious right now?
Yes, I'm being serious right now. If I have to ask you every question at least twice, if not more, I presume your boss does as well.
Really?
Yes, really. I mean, what do you mean by going underwater isn't a difficult... Shut up. Oh, he's disappeared. Isn't a difficult question. Well, it wouldn't be if you had any idea what he's talking about, but obviously he doesn't. He's back.
Hello?
Oh, you're back.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
I'm sorry.
Good. Should
Please.
I say?
I hope my apologies can be accepted.
Well, apologies are meaningless unless you go through with them and change how you behave.
I promise I will change henceforth. I promise.
Good.
I'm sorry for everything.
Okay, well, I will accept your apology if that turns out to be true.
All right. Can we text right now? At least for a few minutes before I get back to work.
Yeah, all right. You can tell me what you're going to be. You can tell me what you're going to be doing in your submarine.
I'll text you.
Yeah.
I don't have much time on you anymore. But
no, I'm sure you don't. No, I'm sure you won't be on here for the next half an hour. You can text me and tell me what you'll be doing in your submarine, please. Oh, now you've disappeared.
All right then. All right. Kiss.
Yeah, if you
take care. I'll text you.
Bye for now. Do tell me what you'll be doing in your submarine, please, said Denise when the call had ended. Is it a large submarine? What does it look like? That, of course, she added, is assuming you can manage more than one question at a time. Place your bets now, ladies and gentlemen. Our man sent a photograph of a man in a scuba diving suit. I know that because I did a reverse image search. For your eyes only, he added underneath. I'll text you later at lunch, okay? That doesn't tell me what you've been doing in your submarine. Is it a large submarine? What does it look like? Are you going to tell me? She said, about an hour and a half later. They shouldn't be difficult questions. I used to know what I was doing when I was at work. I don't know how to explain it to you. I don't see why it's difficult. You're in a submarine. What are you doing? Cooking lunch? What have you eaten for lunch? He tried. Pressing buttons? Grow up and answer my question, please. Operating the navigation system? Cleaning the floors? Why did you send me a silly photo of a diver? Or are you making up silly stories and have no idea what you're doing at work today? Really? That's me. Yes, you're on a submarine. What you're doing on stroke in the submarine. Show me a photo does not tell me what you were doing. Really? And that photo wasn't taken on or in a submarine, was it? Yes, really. I work here in the rig. Yes, I know that. This is sounding like yesterday, where I had to ask a really simple question 7 times, and you apologised and promised it wouldn't happen again. Obviously that was a fake apology. What were you doing in the submarine? Or are you too dim to know what you were doing? I've given you some options. I'm sure you can think of others. Cleaning floors, operating the navigating system, cleaning barnacles off the submarine's bottom, taking depth measurements, listening for alien underwater signals, tracking orcas, inspecting internet cables. I'm sure you can think of something. It's a dry suit. This is your last chance to tell me like a real engineer what you were doing. If you can't or won't, I'll assume you're just a silly kid, making up stories. Having lunch, he said, because obviously you need to go on the submarine to have lunch. Idiot, you can't eat dressed like that. You're obviously just a brainless dimblewit. Goodbye. Really? Yes, really. And so he called her, and to find out what he said, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to listen to episode 2. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, you know what to do. Please like it, please share it, please comment down below, and I'll see you again in Derick Burgess, episode 2, when you might start to think that Denise isn't the only potential victim who's made fun of him.